We're learning new details tonight after the Oregon School District was placed under secure hold today after a threatening phone call.
Plus, we're taking a closer look at plans to build a new mental health care center in Dane County and what's needed for the facility.
And 5 people connected to a drug cartel have now been arrested in the kidnapping of 4 Americans in Mexico. The cartel's message tonight to the U.S. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Southern Wisconsin roads are pretty clear right now, but that will change once again by tomorrow night.
Can't believe it. More snow is on the way this weekend, calling for an alert day. But before we get to that, take a look at these beautiful photos. These snowy images were sent to us from Cheryl in Deerfield. They really are beautiful. If you have a photo you'd like to share, possibly on the air with us, email us at tips@channel3000.com. More information can be found on our website, channel3000.
Well, now let's head over to Gary for more on what's coming our way tomorrow. Gary, another round?
Yeah, we just can't catch a break. We're dry right now. The storm from last night and early this morning has moved on out, but we're watching the next weather system out to the west of us. It'll be moving in here for tomorrow night. Let's start out by taking a look at that first warn alert day in the forecast for tomorrow night into at least Sunday morning, maybe even more into Sunday as well. Right now we're thinking of about a 1 to 4 inch snowfall, so not as big as this last one, but certainly enough that will cause travel problems. Heaviest amounts will probably favor areas, say, north of Dane County, especially north of Wisconsin Dells, but all of southern Wisconsin is going to be affected by this. Right now, we're thinking a general 1 to 3 inches of snow from, say, northern Dane County southward. You get up north of Dane County, generally around 3 inches, maybe 4, even 5 up toward northern portions of Juneau and Adams counties. But this morning's storm is gone. Out to the west, though, you're starting to see some snow showers show up across the Dakotas. That's the next weather system will be in here by this time tomorrow. Visible cloud track, lots of clouds today. We just weren't able to see any sunshine even as the snow moved out. And current temperatures are just about freezing, so we're melting a little bit of that snow. Right now, 32 in Janesville, 33 in Madison. To the west, 36 in Lone Rock and Boscobel. Here in Dane County, 33 in Deerfield, 34 in Mount Horeb, and 34 in Sauk City. Look for mostly cloudy skies this evening. No rain or snow expected. Temperatures dropping into the upper 20s. Later on, I'll take a look at the timing on that snow and whether or not we can expect any more snow later on next week.
Gary, thanks, and stay up to date on the weather in your area with our First Warn Forecast weather app that has hourly forecasts, your school closings, road conditions, and the latest radar. You can download it for free in your phone's app store. Just search WISC Weather. New at 5, police have recovered the vehicle tied to that deadly hit and run that happened on Madison's west side last month. In an update this afternoon, police said the car, a blue 2011 Chevy Malibu, was recovered, but they did not share any details about when or where it was found. The crash on Schrader Road at Struck Street killed 66-year-old Stephen Fleck and his dog. Catholics across Madison, Dane County, and southern Wisconsin this week reacting to an unveiled plan that is shaking up the diocese from 102 parishes to 30 pastorates.
Years in the making, this plan has massive repercussions for nearly everyone connected to the diocese. Naomi Cole sat down one-on-one this week with Bishop Don Hying and joins us now with more. Naomi?
It's a plan in the works for years and one that's meant to address the core problem, which is a major state of decline in Catholicism overall and the diocese specifically. The numbers aren't good. Attendance is down. The people who do go to Mass skew much older, and there's far more funerals than baptisms, as Bishop Don Hying pointed out in our interview. Now, while the immediate effects of the diocese restructuring may not be pleasant, Hying says it had to be done.
So I'm looking at not just the next 2 or 3 years, I'm looking at the next 20 to 30 years as we build a structure that will be viable.
Majority of priests are being moved. Our conversation touched on hot button issues that this plan touches, like will some Catholic schools close, and how does this address an ongoing schism between a liberal parishioner base and a conservative leadership? I'm getting into all of that this Sunday on For the Record at 10:30.
We will see you then, Naomi. Thank you. New today, schools in Oregon were placed on secure hold this afternoon after Oregon High School received a threatening call. In an email to families, school officials said the receptionist received a call from an anonymous number where the caller made a threat of violence toward the school. As a result, the entire district was placed on a secure hold, locking all doors and keeping students and staff members inside. Officials determined the call came from outside the U.S. and is believed to be a case of swatting. Also new today, an autopsy report shows a missing man who was found dead in Grant County earlier this week showed no signs of trauma. 34-year-old Ronald Henry had been missing since last December. His body was found in the Platteville area on Sunday. While the cause of Henry's death remains inconclusive, the Grant County Sheriff's Office said there were no signs of trauma.
Madison police say a man wanted in connection to a deadly shooting on the city's north side has been arrested. 30-year-old Jarvis Blue is charged with first-degree intentional homicide as party to a crime. That shooting happened in July. 18-year-old LaRon Bynum of Milwaukee was found shot to death inside a stolen car. Blue was arrested in Milwaukee with the help of U.S. Marshals. 2 others have also been arrested in the case. Now to Iowa County, where authorities have identified a woman who died from a shooting in January. That woman, 35-year-old Nicole Bleesner of Spring Green. Prosecutors later charged 34-year-old Timothy Sontick with intoxicated use of a firearm. He claimed the gun went off accidentally the night of the shooting. Sontick will be back in court May 24th.
The Dane County Mental Health Crisis Triage Center, planned for Dane County, is on its way to becoming a reality.
Well, the center would provide a mental health care alternative that experts say is sorely needed. Braden Ross joins us now with a closer look at that need. Braden?
Right now, the options for someone in a mental health crisis in Dane County are few. It's hotlines, emergency rooms, or jail cells. But this new mental health emergency center means soon there will be another way to get help.
They're not doing anything wrong. They're not criminals. They need mental health care.
According to NAMI Wisconsin's executive director, Mary Battaglia, the state has a gap.
The problem we have throughout Wisconsin right now is there's not many places for people to go that are in a mental health crisis.
It's a problem Dane County Supervisor Joe Parisi hopes a new facility can help solve.
At the Crisis Triage Center, someone can walk in, present, or be dropped off, and someone will be there, just as the name says, to triage their situation immediately.
On Thursday, Parisi announced the Dane County Mental Health Crisis Triage Center has found a home in the county jail's former Huber Center. He says the center will work with other mental health resources in the area, including crisis response teams like Madison's CARES program.
And this will be one more resource that the CARES team can use, that families can use, that can be an alternative to an emergency room to provide the most comprehensive and compassionate care available for people who are in need.
The closest government mental health care facility for people in Dane County right now is in Winnebago, almost 2 hours away.
Right now, the way the system is set up is that it's usually in the back of a police car, which is very traumatizing for the person going through the mental health crisis, and not a great use of county taxpayers' money.
Battaglia says a center in Madison would mean more people can get the care they need and faster.
It doesn't require that transportation to Winnebago or, quite frankly, unfortunately, sometimes in some of the communities, they end up in jail because they don't have another option.
Now, Parisi told me there's still no set opening timeline, but now that they have a building, next up is assessing it for renovations and finding a mental health provider to run the center.
Braden, thank you. Right now, police in Germany are working to determine a motive after a gunman opened fire at a Jehovah's Witness center, killing 6 people. 8 others were wounded, including a pregnant woman who lost her unborn baby. Investigators say the 35-year-old suspect had voluntarily left the congregation more than a year ago, reportedly not on good terms. He took his own life during the attack. Police say there is no indication of a terrorist motive in this attack, and the gunman legally owned the gun used in the attack.
New at 5, Mexican authorities have arrested 5 people in connection with the deadly kidnapping of 4 Americans last week. Another new development, the Mexican drug cartel believed to be responsible for that attack has released an apology letter. Ivan Rodriguez has the latest.
These are the 4 Americans who were kidnapped in Matamoros, Mexico, where only 2 of them survived. The father of one of the victims killed, still trying to make sense of it.
That was hard for me to see those videos and see them drag and throw it on the back of the vehicle, you know. And it was like God was preparing me already to know that, you know, it was probably the worst.
According to images circulating online and a version of the letter obtained from an official familiar with the ongoing investigation, the cartel believed responsible has turned 5 of their own members over to Mexican authorities, along with making a public apology, saying in part, the Gulf Cartel Scorpion Group strongly condemns the events of last Friday. going on to say, "For this reason, we decided to hand over those directly involved and responsible for the acts who at all times acted under their own determination and in discipline and against the rules in which the Gulf Cartel always operates." The official says U.S. and Mexican authorities believe the letter is authentic, but doubt the sincerity of the group's apology. U.S. Ambassador to Mexico, Ken Salazar, says he's proud of the law enforcement collaboration between both countries.
We have a very significant operation underway that will continue until we find those who are responsible.
Friday's arrest of 5 suspects brings the total to 6 people so far linked to the kidnapping and the deaths of 2 Americans. I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
Now, Mexican authorities did not confirm if the 5 arrested today were the same 5 people the cartel claims it turned over to police.
Well, get ready to spring forward this weekend. Daylight saving time is Sunday, so be sure to set your clocks ahead 1 hour before you go to bed on Saturday night. Experts say planning ahead is the key to feeling less tired with the time change. Try going to bed and waking up about 15 minutes earlier than usual in the days leading up to daylight saving. That way your body can slowly adjust to an earlier start.
Next at 5, how you can be a part of Madison's next utility box art project.
Plus, how the Evansville community is spreading a little goodness. We'll have that story when we return. And later, what's next for a Fitchburg project that aims to make roadways in the community safer? We'll have details on that tonight at 6.
And this was the worst week since June on Wall Street. The Dow falls another 345 in Friday trading. The Nasdaq off nearly 200. S&P falls 57. We'll be right back.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living, and through no fault of their own, they're being left behind? If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy and water providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
At Lawton Cates, we connect you with top medical specialists after a serious injury. We hold the insurance company responsible for your lost wages and hospital bills, and we won't accept anything less than what you deserve. Your life counts. Lawton Cates.
2 candidates for Supreme Court, 2 very different beliefs. Judge Janet Protasewicz. She believes women should have the freedom to make their own decisions on abortion. Extremist Dan Kelly. He supports the 1849 law that takes away women's rights and criminalizes abortion, even in cases of rape, incest, and health of the mother. So who represents you? An extremist or a common sense judge? Vote by April 4th.
Your roofing and siding have taken a beating this winter, but good news. It's Feldco season.
Feldco season. It means 40% off roofing and siding with no money down, no payments, and no interest until 2024, so you can upgrade those weather-worn eyesores without breaking the bank. It also means fast, so your home will look its best for the warmer weather ahead. It's the season of home renewal. It's Feldco season.
This offer won't last long. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Miss the news and need to know what's going on where you live?
News 3 Now is always on. Download the Channel 3000 app and get video on demand whenever and wherever you need it.
The Channel 3000 app. Get it now.
Powered by News 3 Now.
A first warn weather alert day is in the forecast for Saturday and Sunday. At 6, I'll let you know how much snow to expect.
And revisions are on the way for a local road after a principal was hit and killed, though some say the changes should have come sooner.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather. When severe weather is on the way, find out first with Madison's certified most accurate forecast. Trust our team to keep you informed before, during, and after. First Warn Weather, keeping you safe and ahead of the storms. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
If you've driven through any busy area in Madison, you've probably seen one of these colorful boxes on street corners.
Our Nicole Herzog talked to one of the city's planners to find out how you can be a part of the next project. Nicole?
Yeah, the city of Madison is calling all local artists to submit their artwork for 14 new utility boxes to be placed around the city. The program started in 2016 to highlight the work of Madison artists. Since then, over 60 boxes with special designs have been created. The city's planner says it's all about giving the city's artists a meaningful place to showcase their work.
It really becomes something that to see your own art in your community that's just adding to the beauty of your neighborhood is really impactful for a lot of our local artists.
Any Madison artist over 18 can submit a design. The city is specifically looking for eye-catching patterns and graphics that could be doubled or flipped. And applications for artwork are due April 5th, and you can learn more about those guidelines on the City of Madison website.
Nicole, thank you. For the first time in over 30 years, vinyl record sales have surpassed sales for compact discs, CDs. A report published by the Recording Industry Association of America found physical formats of music saw another year of growth last year, bringing in $1.7 billion. About 3/4 of that growth is due to the sales of vinyl records. The association CEO, Mitch Glazier, said the 2022 numbers reflect vinyl records are cementing their role as a fixture of the modern music marketplace, and record store owners, they're loving it.
Records are a piece of art, a tangible piece of art, a beginning, an end, and you can hear what the artist is actually wanting to do. And you kind of lose that when you just have an endless stream happening.
Well, 2022 is the 16th straight year of consecutive growth for vinyl. Also marked the first time since back in 1987 that more vinyl records were sold than CDs. More snow on the way tomorrow. Here's Gary with more on this alert day.
Well, first, let's take a look at how much snow fell last night. It was a pretty decent snowstorm overall. Here are some of the bigger snowfall reports. They favored areas closer to Lake Michigan, just as we were expecting last night. Sheboygan, over 13 inches of rain. Mitchell Field, Milwaukee, a little over 10 inches. Montello in Green Lake County, 9.5 inches. 8.5 inches in McFarland in eastern Dane County. The official reading at the Dane County Regional Airport, 8 inches. And here at the station, we picked up 7.2 inches. To the west, the amounts were just a little bit less, but still pretty healthy. 4.5 inches was one of the lower ones in Eastman, but to the north and west, 8 inches in Muscoda, 8 inches in Linden Station. Big Flats, northern portion of Juneau County, 7.5 inches. Rockbridge in Richland County, 7.5 inches. And the National Weather Service in La Crosse picked up 6.3 inches. But now we turn our attention to the next weather system. And for accumulating snow, we have a first warn weather alert day in the forecast for Saturday night and Sunday for about a 1 to 4 inch snowfall. But some of the later computer models indicate we might be looking at a little bit more than that. And I'll show you the reason why. If you take a look at Future Track, and this is brand new information that's just been received within the last hour. This begins at 3 p.m. Saturday. The snow starts moving in from the west. By 7 p.m., at least areas west of Madison seeing snow. And then all of southern Wisconsin seeing a steady light snow for Saturday night into early on Sunday morning. Now, the wild card in this is instead of the system just kind of moving out, it kind of pivots around. So what happens is, notice these bands of snow kind of rotating back around and then maybe coming back through as we head into Sunday afternoon and Sunday night. That could bring us a little bit more snow later on in the day on Sunday that right now we weren't thinking about. And then by Monday morning, everything just kind of winds down. Our thinking right now is about 1 to 3 inches from Madison southward to the north, 3 to 6 inches, so about 3 inches around the northern edge of Dane County. But again, this might have to be shifted a little bit more with heavier totals favoring areas to the northwest and to the north, and maybe the lighter totals farther to the south and east. So we'll keep an eye on that, especially as we head into Sunday during the day. Planning your night, look for cloudy skies tonight. No snow expected. Low temperature 25 in Mount Horeb, 23 in Middleton, 24 in Waunakee across Dane County. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, temperatures dropping to 28 in Prairie du Chien, 27 in Platteville, and 24 degrees in Fond du Lac. For tomorrow, look for mostly cloudy skies. It'll be cold. Snow developing west of Madison late in the day. High temperature topping out at 35 degrees. And again, the heavier snow right now, we're thinking to the north of Madison, about 3 to 4 inches, about 3 inches around Madison, and a little bit less to the south, and that's through Sunday. But as we look at our first warn 7 to 10 day forecast, After that snow system moves through, look for some flurries on Monday. A warm up the middle part of next week with mainly rain shower chances from Wednesday afternoon into Thursday. And then for St. Patrick's Day, we start to turn a little colder again. Temperatures drop back into the 30s for next weekend. As we check out first warn traffic right now, at least we're not dealing with the snow. It looks like our traffic camera didn't want to update, but here's the view of the Beltline. A lot of green on there compared to yesterday, so traffic moving pretty steadily. Traffic has been pretty light today. I think some people just decided to stay home, so right now about a 14 to 15 minute trip either way on the Beltline between University Avenue and the interstate. Heading out of Madison, 24 minutes from the Beltline to Janesville on I-3990. US 12 Middleton to Sauk City is a quick 16 minutes today. Downtown to Sun Prairie, East Washington Avenue, and US 151 takes you 17 minutes. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
All right, thank you, Gary. New at 5, the city of Evansville is spreading a little goodness around the community. Today, they held their first citywide Spread Goodness Day. The day was actually founded in Marquette, Michigan, 6 years ago. This year, both Evansville and Stoughton, their mayors, signed a proclamation making it an official holiday. The vision is to see individuals, organizations, and schools create and cultivate their own events and actions on the second Friday of March annually.
There's a lot of dissension amongst people and a lot of division, and really it's important that we recognize that there is no us versus them locally. It's really all of us together, and doing good things for each other and being good neighbors is really important.
Activities included things like students making thank you cards for first responders, the Evansville Police Department delivering sweets to apartments, and local businesses decorating window space and offering 10% off their purchases. Way to do something good. Coming up, celebrating Black women in Hollywood. We'll take you to an event honoring women who are often overlooked in the film industry. Stay with us.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Us. This isn't us. Is it?
Uh-huh.
Let's take a break from our devices for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes. And let's see what we find.
Hey, bud.
US Cellular. Built for us.
Fry Construction invites you to celebrate spring with our big spring thaw sale. We're talking about savings of 23%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board with our spring thaw sale. Save 23% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
There's nothing like volunteering at the fire department.
There's nothing like hitting the waves.
But with my moderate to severe eczema, it hasn't always been easy.
Since my skin was so irritated and itchy.
And even worse with all my gear on.
Now, I'm staying ahead of my eczema.
There's a power inside all of us to live our passion. And Dupixent works on the inside to help heal your skin from within. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema. So adults can have long-lasting, clearer skin and fast itch relief. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor.
Healing from within is a powerful thing.
Ask your eczema specialist how Dupixent can help heal your skin from within.
Sexual assault of an 11-year-old. No prison time. He raped a military veteran, left her for dead. Just 2.5 years. Raped a mentally disabled 14-year-old. Probation. How the heck did this happen? Janet Protasewicz.
If you could go back in time, would you have ruled any differently?
I would say no. Really? No time in prison? I would say no. Protasewicz set violent criminals free. Again and again. Tell Judge Protasewicz, stop protecting criminals.
Only a wise and lucky few understand the amazing benefits of real sauna bathing. Leisure Concepts has Finnish and infrared saunas that set up in a flash and will get you through winter happy and healthy. Now watch closely to see my favorite part of sauna bathing. Get to Leisure Concepts on the Beltline at the Park Street exit.
The good news, US Cellular gives you $830 off any phone when you choose an unlimited evolved plan.
So nice.
So, friend who always has a broken phone can finally get a new one.
It's just a scratch.
It's broken. No.
Oh. US Cellular, built for us.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The Oscars air this Sunday, and while the show is known as a celebration of great films and actors, studies show there is still a lack of diversity in the film industry.
Danya Backus takes a look at one event that recognizes the accomplishments of one group still fighting for equality.
Ahead of Hollywood's biggest night, a star-studded event to honor a group that is historically overlooked.
I feel like the room is full of tenacious women who have made their mark despite all the obstacles that have been put in front of them.
For 16 years, the Essence Black Women in Hollywood Awards has celebrated the achievements of black women in film and television, both in front and behind the camera. In the 95 years since the Academy Awards began, only 16% of the more than 13,000 nominees have been women. Fewer than 2% were women of color.
For many here, the Black Women in Hollywood event is more than just a luncheon. It provides a sisterhood, a chance to uplift and inspire each other.
So much we surround ourselves with the doubt, the worry, the things that we just do. And this reminds me that I exist for a reason. This reminds me that I'm in good company and I'm doing something right.
This year's honorees are Woman King director Gina Price Bythewood, Till actor Danielle Deadweiler, Network executive Tara Duncan, Abbott Elementary Shirley Ralph, and Black Panther Wakanda Forever actor Dominique Thorne.
Black women feel respected, they feel seen, they feel honored, they feel like there is truth circulating in the world about who they know, who we know ourselves to be.
While the mood is celebratory and progress is being made, diversity in Hollywood is still lacking. Honorees and those who support them are confident they are the agents of change to make the industry more inclusive and better representative of the public that consumes it.
When you see all these women gather here together, supporting each other, it makes you feel like the health of the industry through our lens is good.
Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
We're back with a final check of your First Warn forecast in just a moment.
Complete your bathroom makeover with help from Menards. Find your dream vanity with Obey Decors. The Michigan vanity adds a touch of elegance to your bathroom. Get yours today for $709.99 after 11% off. Finish your renovation with a Moen faucet that suits your style. Moen faucets give you a lifetime of beauty, reliability, and innovative features. Get this Finny Bath faucet for $129.89 after 11% rebate at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
It's Steinhaffel's Dream Vacation Giveaway. Get in and test rest a Beauty Rest Black mattress for your chance to win a trip to sunny Hawaii. And right now, save $300 on your Beauty Rest Black mattress. Plus, get $200 in Steinhaffel's cash. Beauty Rest Black mattresses start at just $44 per month when you use Steinhaffel's 72-month financing. So save big and rest easy on your new Beauty Rest mattress from Steinhaffel's. Shop in-store or online today.
I love you, kitten. You're so cute. I really hope you like your new house. I'm gonna protect you.
If you're shopping for the cheapest insurance, you're shopping for the wrong thing.
I'll give you food and water every day. I'm gonna swaddle you up every night.
After all, insurance coverage is really just a promise. And why would anyone want a cheap promise? You've worked hard for what you have.
Don't be scared.
Protect it with a company that you trust. A company that lives up to that promise to make everything right again.
You like it, huh?
Ask your independent insurance agent about protecting your home or business with a policy from West Bend. It's a simple promise, but there's really nothing cheap about it.
You're gonna be really loved, and I hope you like it here.
West Bend. The worst brings out our best.
Create your perfect room for entertaining, relaxing, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today. Patio enclosures.
Fitness is having a 10-day flash sale. For 10 days only, you can join Anytime Fitness for just $1. Get a coach and a community to support you with training, nutrition, and recovery. Now through March 10th, join Anytime Fitness for just $1. Hurry in now. This deal won't last long.
Remember this, and the false elector scheme. In Wisconsin, extremist Dan Kelly was the right-wing lawyer behind the scenes of it all. The bipartisan January 6th Commission revealed Kelly advised Trump operatives as special counsel to overturn the will of the people and overthrow the election results. Kelly even went on tour promoting the big lie. On April 4th, vote like democracy depends on it, because it does.
On this Friday night, we go on the road with the story of promises kept by this Army widow to her late husband. That's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Well, here's a view you won't find anywhere on Earth. This is a sunset on Mars.
NASA's Curiosity rover snapped a postcard-worthy pic on February 2nd. That looks like our weather. I don't know if that's a postcard. But NASA rover's been roaming across the surface of Mars now for more than 10 years, searching for answers as to why the red planet went from warm to wet to a frozen desert. It's discovered intriguing rock formations, searched for signs of life, and scaled Mount Sharp at the center of the Gale crater. We're not going to get much of a break, Gary. More snow coming.
Yes, more snow on the way for tomorrow night and during the day on Sunday. Current temperatures, 33 right now in Madison. We're just above freezing, so we're melting a little bit of that snow. 34 right now at the Baraboo Dells Airport, 34 degrees in Camp Douglas here in Dane County, 33 in Sun Prairie, and 32 degrees in Deerfield.
James Brown, the CBS Evening News is next. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6.